Hey guys, I'm Carly from All the Pretty Books. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I've been collecting Harry Potter books since around 2009. I started collecting rare and signed things, mainly rare and signed US and UK editions in 2009, and then I started collecting Harry Potter translations in 2014, and some of those actually are rare and signed. Now I co-host a podcast with Melanie, Eric, and sometimes Peter called Dialogue Alley. For those who are coming back to my channel, y'all are great. I always enjoy our conversations, and thank you for your support. My dog is breathing at the door. I apologize. I thought what I would do today is continue on with discussing the wonderful internal art of the Italian books, which is only found in books 1, 2, and 3 of the first editions. And I believe there's another edition that may have some of the internal art, but I thought I would go into book 2 of the Italian first edition. So the Italian translation of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets first edition. I thought I would show the lovely internal art there. I already did a video on book 1's internal cover art. I keep trying to say eternal for whatever reason. I already did a video on book 1's internal art, which is also lovely. I promised to do a video much sooner, but I'm finally getting to it, and so here we are today. But before we get into the internal illustrations, we'll talk a little bit about the Italian translations for those who may not know a lot about them. They're published by Solani Editori, or Solani for short, and I will put the links down below. There are many different Italian translations. I don't have all of them, but I have quite a few of them cataloged on my website, alltheprettybooks.net, and I will put the link to that page down below as well. Solani is one of the earlier Harry Potter translations. They were first, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone first translated into Italian, I think, in 1998. They were one of the earlier translations that came along with like Dutch, German, French, and I think there was maybe a few others. Anyway, they were one of the very earlier ones that came out in that year. The first edition Italian Potter books were illustrated by Serena Riglietti, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. And her illustrations are quite popular. If you Google Italian Harry Potter books, her illustrations are some of the first that come up. Her illustrations are not the only illustrations associated with the Italian Harry Potter books. There are, by this point, many others, but her illustrations are still quite popular. And they're very different, and there are both soft and hard covers released with her illustrations. So there's also that. I only have the hardcover at this time, and I have all 7 of the first edition, and I think they're really fun. Only books 1 through 3, though, have internal illustrations. The first edition of the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets translation was published in October of 1999. I have a third print, so still quite an early print, which was published in 2000. The Italian translations are one of the few that actually give a month and a date along with the print. So you can see like the 4th print came out in this month and this year. The US books also do that, but they don't all. I wish they did. It makes record keeping much easier. Because this book was published quite early, it was published before the first movie was released in 2001. It is what we call a pre-movie, so it does not have the now ubiquitous Harry Potter font. We also see first on the US Harry Potter books, which was, the font was designed by Mary Grand Pré, then the title. And I've always loved the cover. I know we're talking about the internal illustrations, but I also have to point out the cover. The first edition Italian covers are so much fun, you guys. They are just very different. I love how Harry is flying on a book. And then we have a silhouette of a castle, probably Hogwarts. All right, so let's have a look at the inside of the book. We open up the book. This page has different quotes from The Guardian, The Daily Telegraph, another Guardian quote, a Times literary supplement, Times, Glasgow Herald. Maybe a much later print of this book will have Italian publications discussing the book. I don't know, actually. I haven't looked through a later publication to see if the quotes have changed. What did you think of the internal illustrations? I love the little owl glasses that had the little windshield wipers. I think they were very clever. It looked like the Ford Anglia had wings on it, which is not how I would have ever envisioned a flying car, but very creative. This illustrator is very, very creative from all of the illustrations that I've seen both on the covers and within the books themselves. I'm very excited that I just get to see more of her work. And I'll put a link to her stuff down below as well, because she's just very talented. Oh, this is interesting. The book also has the euro price as well as the lira price, because I guess Italy had just switched over to the euro. I don't know when Italy went over to the euro, but I think it was right around in there sometime. So, interesting. How fun is that? Anyway, a little aside. If you would like more Harry Potter content, I do co-host a podcast, like I said at the beginning of the episode at the beginning of the video. I need to go to bed, apparently. Called Dialogue Alley. We have a lot of fun. And we discuss collecting Harry Potter books, mostly translations, but we discuss so many different things. Studio tour, Harry Potter stores, wands, book collecting, audiobooks, and so many other things in between. So, if If you want more Harry Potter content, go ahead and check that out, and I will link us below too. And if you have any Harry Potter questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I always look forward to talking to you guys. Y'all are delightful. And with that, I'm going to say y'all are great, just like I said. And I'm going to go make cookies for work because I go back to work tomorrow. It's my Monday. And y'all have such a wonderful weekend. Don't forget you're also amazing. And stay magical. Have a great night.